Front cover. The masthead. The masthead is flush left, which challenges conventions, but as it is small and behind the feature article photo, it makes it easier to read the word, making it more functional. On the other hand, my font and colour are conventional. The font is jagged, sharp-edged, and all in one colour, blue. In contrast, on Kerrang, the masthead is centred and runs across the whole page. They also use only one colour, red, and one font, similar to mine, but additionally the font looks as though it has been smashed, which is unconventional but unique and gives the magazine an identity. Feature article photo. My feature article photo follows conventions as it is a mid-shot. This allows you to see the majority of the boy, which is typical for music magazines. There is also only one person wearing casual clothes with a serious facial expression, no background and no props, making it calmer. This represents my slightly older audience and is conventional to them. Whereas on Kerrang they use 5 people and have the main man holding a phone. This makes it much busier and hectic, appealing to their younger audience. They also use a mid-shot of the front man, which is conventional. Cover line. This challenges conventions as I have used the quote as the main focus, but I think as it is also the title of the article, it gave it the sufficient amount of information needed. The way that it is conventional is it is in a bold font, is large, and therefore stands out. Kerrang has placed their plug in the same place and have used a quote, but the largest thing in the writing is the band name. As the band is very famous, it attracts the reader and makes people instantly interested. This is very conventional. Negative space. As I mentioned before, Kerrang seems much busier than my front cover. My front cover has much more negative space and only uses one photo. This differs to the Kerrang magazine as it uses 3 different photos and uses a much bigger font, giving the illusion of more information. I think that both of these are conventional, but my magazine is aimed at an older target audience, therefore mine is slightly more relaxed. Plugs. With these plugs I have been very conventional. I put the band names in large writing, making them more noticeable and the magazine more enticing, as they are all popular. I gave the names a black outline as I felt this made them stand out more. Kerrang is very similar to this and also uses the band names to attract the audience. They use the red and yellow boxes and bold writing to make them stand out, which along with mine is conventional. Contents. Masthead. This is conventional as it is a one colour, blue, and one font. It takes up a small amount of space, leaving more room for important information, which is also conventional. In Kerrang they have used a similar format, with all the same font and one colour, white. On the other hand, they have used a red box to single out the masthead. This contrasts to my magazine and makes Kerrang's masthead stand out more. Main photo. My main photo covers around a third of the page and is in black and white. This makes it more significant, and although it is unconventional, I think fits my house style. There is a page number next to the picture to make it easy to locate, and I put the name in a big font to make it recognizable. The positioning of the text is unconventional as it is not aligned from the left, but doing it this way helps it to line up with the photo. Kerrang's main photo is similar to mine, but this one covers more of the page, about half. This makes what is already an intense photo more so, as it is so close up. It also tells you the name of the band, but unconventionally, as it is not noticeable and is in the background. Subtitles. In my text I have used subtitles which are conventional and make it easier to navigate around the page and find what you want. I have made them stand out by using a larger text size. Kerrang have also used these, but have made them more prominent by surrounding them in a black box and use a different coloured font. They do the same job as my subtitles and are also conventional. Second photo. The second photo I have used is much more basic. I have used the person's name and a page number to give some information. This is conventional as it helps people make an instant visual connection rather than having to read, which can take long and is less recognisable. This is used a lot in Kerrang! In this example, they use an album cover which is unconventional and I believe is less effective, as you do not instantly recognise it like you would with an artist or band's photo, meaning you do not make an instant connection. Functionality. My contents page is very functional, which is conventional. I have used different colours and font sizes on the text and the page numbers to make it easy to locate your way around the page. Also, 2 of my photos have a brief description of what the article is about, helping you to instantly find out what the photo relates to. On RockSound, they've used a functional layout as well, which is also conventional, and have used different fonts and colours, as I have, to help navigate around the page. One way they differ from mine and are unconventional is they haven't given any description alongside the photos, making it harder to find out what the photo relates to. Although this does allow them to use more photos, leaving less negative space. Double page spread. Masthead. My masthead is conventional as it is in line with the text on the right page and is flush left. It is in a large text and is bold and has a stroke making it stand out, which follows convention. The font is slightly unconventional as it is not one solid colour, but uses small dashes giving it an old beaten look, but I feel this fits my house style. RockSound's masthead is very similar and is conventional. It is in line with the text on the left page and is flush left. It is also all in one colour, one font, and is in a large size. This all conforms to the typical layout of a music magazine, as the large size and singular font helps you to read it from a distance, and you instantly know what the article is about. Photo. My photo is slightly unconventional as it only covers about 1/3 of the page, whereas on most magazines the photo covers at least half of the page. Although I think it works on my magazine as I have quite a big article and only one person in the photo, with no background. I think if I had made it cover more of the page it would have left too much negative space. On the other hand, on RockSound they have been very conventional with the photo. It covers the whole page with all the band members and leaves the natural background. I think that leaving the background in works well as they have a small article, meaning without it there would be a lot of negative space. Pull quote. My pull quote mainly follows convention as it is in a bold and larger size and different font to the text. It is unconventional in that I have submersed it in with the text. This is not usually done and can make it hard to read, but I think that the different font helps it to stand out and means it is easily read. On RockSound the pull quote is separate from the text in the bottom right hand corner, which is conventional. It also uses a larger text size, but as it is separate from the text uses the same font, but is still conventional. Drop cap. I have used a drop cap which is very conventional and is used by many magazines. Although it is conventional to use the same font as the text, I have used a different font, as I feel it is more eye-catching and helps draw your eye to the start of the article. On RockSound they have not used a drop cap, but have used a picture of an album cover. This does the same job as a drop cap and draws your attention to the start of the article, but is very unconventional. Layout. The layout of my article is very conventional, as I have used columns and a line to separate them down the middle, also making it functional. Additionally, as my article is an interview, I have used a bold text for the questions, again functional and conventional. Contrasting to this, RockSound has split the article in two and puts them in opposite corners of the page. This is very unconventional, but helps to fill the page more, as it is a small article.